Time to prepare for the upcoming treasure map versus S-Hawk, and as you can tell, I am sick, I have a sore throat, so we are going to keep this brief not as extensive as usual. Versus Helmeppo, we are going to have Pirating Adventures Coby as double captain, for the multiplier mainly, and then 5-star Pirating Adventures Jimbe will help us remove attack down, Treasure Map Legend Luffy will help us remove paralysis, and Bone Clay will help us remove the block slots. I also have V2 Brook support on Jimbe, who can provide the damage reduction shield to mitigate the after defeat damage. You can use any damage reduction support you want. Luffy can be attached with a lot of them too. But if you just want to deal with everything, much easier, have Super Sukufest 6+ low as double captain instead of Coby. Use Coby as a sub. Make sure you get access to Law's super type, and he literally deals with everything on the stage. I just have this team for the multiplier, which is 5.68 times. Versus the Boa Sisters, literally the only thing you need is 6+ V3 Rayleigh as double captain. He deals with everything, and that is the only special we can activate and the only one we need. He will remove attack down as captain, paralysis with his special, give us matching slots, and also let fighter, slasher and cerebral units ignore the damage nullification. For your subs, literally use whatever fighter, slasher or cerebral psi units you can find, even if they are not psi and don't have color advantage, it's not the end of the world. These are the ones I decided to use, the ones I had with the best multiplier, and the multiplier is 4.89 times with this team. Versus Rayleigh, we see another super easy mini-boss. The only things we need here: someone to resist and remove special bind. I have treasure map disguised Luffy here, the int version, and he can also provide an attack boost. And then Pirating Adventures Jimbe as double captain. I'm using 5+ Jimbe here because the 5-star is in another team, but if you don't have him 5+, using double 5-star captain will also work. He will deal with attack down, ship bind and defense up, and he's also a pretty decent captain. And the rest of the units can literally be whatever you like, either units with color advantage that Jimbe boosts, so int units, or someone that can help you with damage. You can decide, and the multiplier of this team is 5.26 times. Versus Boa, 5+ Kizuna Albert will be our captain. I think the 5-star version will also work, in case you're wondering. Our front captain will be the new Burgess. He is huge help to help us deal with the high turns of attack down. He's also a very good front captain because he provides more damage and good slots. Katarina Devon is here to resist and remove special bind. Anyone that can do that will help you, but without Katarina Devon you will lose access to Burgess super type, which is not a huge deal. Albert will deal with Threshold, and then Treasure Map Kanjuro with Cypher to play Zoro will deal with defense up. And have in mind, for Zoro to remove defense up, you need him at maximum level limit break, and a Luffy support needs to be attached on him, whatever Luffy support you want. And finally, Pirating Adventures 5-star Newgate, the Q version, is only here to remove the 1 turn of barrier, so we can easily defeat the enemy, because we don't have the new Blackbeard in any of the captain positions in this team to ignore it. Newgate doesn't really help with anything else, and we don't really care about the intimidation because we don't need the specific debuffs. The rest of the team is enough with the damage boosting and slots. Its multiplier is 4.87 times. Versus the main boss, S-Hawk, this is my team, and the Cross Guild, the new legend, needs to be our front captain. I would say it can definitely be considered a pretty tough main boss. What we want to do though is activate Cross Guild once in stage 1, defeat one of the turtles with them, and then activate them again for utility and damage in stage 2. They will remove defense up that way and provide an ore boost, and then we can super swap to Carrot as well in stage 2 for a guaranteed matching slot and more damage, so we can defeat the mini boss while trying to not hit a lot of perfects and also not lose from the end of turn damage. Both of these debuffs do 20,000 damage. We just need to survive that, and then we're gonna be fine in the final stage. I think it is possible, and we don't have a way to remove Burn. Vascosot is here to deal with Threshold in the final stage. If you don't have him, a Threshold remover will work. The problem is that Vasco Shot reduces 5 turns of it and 6 are present, so I will use a support to remove that 1 extra turn. That's why Treasure Map Rare Recruit Nekomamushi is on Hiyori, because if she hits a perfect, he will remove the 1 extra turn. Sai Treasure Map Rare Recruit, I think he's a Treasure Map Rare Recruit, the Frankie that was available in the Medal Exchange a couple of months back alongside the Heart Eyes Sangoro. That one can do the same thing Nekomamushi can, or just a very easy alternative, Dex Rare Recruit Jozu on Newgate. He will also help with threshold removal, or you just replace Vasco Shot with any 6 turn threshold reducer. In the final stage we activate Carrot Wanda for special cooldown reduction and damage. Because a lot of special rewind is present, I don't know if they're replaceable if you don't have one of the new rare recruits. And then we are going to activate the Cross Guild's EX Super, which we have earned because we beat an enemy with set target status in stage 1. And after that, now that everyone has regained their specials, we are going to activate the Cross Guild for their 3rd phase. That will of course provide more damage and also despair reduction. They will also reduce despair, or actually resist it, I think, in stage number 2, so we're fine. Then we want to activate Vasco Shot, who will reduce the threshold so our support can completely remove it. Newgate will deal with the barriers completely, so it's very helpful. He can remove 2 turns from all the enemies. Hina will deal with attack down and help us with damage. And Hiyori is here for the support, but on top of that, because poison slots are present, she can remove poison and manipulate the poison slots to guaranteed matching. Another poison remover will help you here if you don't have Treasure Map Rare Recruit Hiyori, and you can use Dex Rare Recruit Jozu on Newgate instead for the 1 extra turn of threshold removal if you need to. Hina is our attack turn remover, but she is also our captain because I think out of the units available here, she's the best captain, because Carrot Wanda needs to be a crewmate, so their sailor ability activates to resist special rewind of course. And for the multiplier on this team, it is 8.70 times. Versus the Intrusion, the Cross Guild needs to be our friend captain once again, but the Intrusion in this treasure map is probably way more manageable than the main boss in my opinion. Something to have in mind though, because we need to remove the special limiter in the final stage. We want to have the limit break ability on our kid maxed out, this is Kizuna Kid, and our friend captain, the Cross Guild, needs to at least be limit broken enough for them to have the ability at level 1. That way we can remove the totality of 3 turns in the final stage, but before that we want to activate the Cross Guild once in the first stage and defeat one of the turtles with them so they can get a special cooldown reduction. That way we also get access to their EX Super. Then in stage number 2 we are going to activate the Cross Guild EX Super to get the specials back and their special once again. They will remove defense up, they will deal with despair because of their captain ability and also provide us with damage and ore boost specifically, and then activate Kid for the full board of matching slots and more damage so we can have an easy time in stage 2. And for the final stage we want to super swap to Carrot for the attack boost and then activate Carrot to help the Cross Guild get their special back but also increase our damage. Then we are going to activate the Cross Guild again for Chain Bounders this time to deal with the chain debuffs. Then Summer Raid Jimbe twice, he needs his double special activation and he will deal with paralysis and the damage reduction completely. He is not boosted by our captains, but it doesn't matter, he is very important for utility. Then we are going to activate Albert for more damage, and he needs to have a Kaido unit attached as support, whatever Kaido you want, so he can provide us with threshold to survive the after defeat hit. And also activate Vasco Shot here for adjacent matching slots, so that's why I have him placed between 2 strong Q units and of course under our friend captain. If you don't have Vasco Shot, whoever helps you with slots or damage will be a perfect replacement. You don't need him at all. He is mainly here for the multiplier in my team. which in total with the cross guild as friend captains will be around 8.35 times. And that was my preparation guide for TM S-Hawk. Hopefully it helped out. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and subscribe to the channel for more OPTC content. Now I will go back to not speaking, so thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.